Alright, there we go. Hey guys, this is a little different than what I normally do. In the past I've done videos where I've typed out what I'm trying to say, but since I got a new mic, I figured it would probably be more appropriate to do this with a mic instead of typing it. It's a lot quicker and, probably more fun to watch. But I'm gonna do something different today from what I normally do. Because in the past I would just do spotlight videos where I'd point out something interesting that I found or something maybe that people didn't know about. But I picked up League of Legends a long time ago, and it was actually about a year ago, and I played it, and I've been playing it for a while now, and I feel I'm good enough at the game to educate you guys about it in some ways, so I'm going to do an APE video today. So, APE is a gimmicky build on Master Yi, who is generally supposed to be an AD champion, but no one builds him that way. So, on the screen in front of you guys is the build for it, and I'm going to go through each step and explain why I did what I did, and if anyone disagrees, feel free to let me know why in the comments and explain, and I'll tell you why I think what I think. So I start with 3 wards, 5 mana pots, and 2 health pots. Now, the reason for 3 wards is because when Yi Qs stuff, he auto-pushes the lane. It's an acceptable fact because his Q has a chance to do like 200 extra magic damage to minions, which insta-kills him at like levels 1 through 7. That's not exact, don't quote me, but you get the idea. So he auto-pushes lanes, so you've got to ward your side brushes or else you're going to get ganked. In any elo above bronze, you're going to get ganked, a lot. So you've got to ward, that's why I went with 3 wards. As for 5 mana pots, well, what does he need mana for? He needs to Q things, and he needs to meditate when he's low on health. So why does he need health pots then? He really doesn't. The only reason I have health pots in here is because, well, you can only have 5 mana pots now because the pot stacking changed, so I decided it would be better just to go with 5 mana pots and 2 health pots. So my first buy when I get back from lane is about 1600 gold is about what you want, and I'll buy a needlessly large rod and hopefully a few wards and a few mana pots. So the reason I do this is mainly because I'm a jerk and I just like to bully in lane, but I like to rush a Deathfire Grasp, which you'll see in the next step. Now, the reason I like to rush Deathfire Grasp is because Yi's kill potential without it is dismal. What do you have in terms of kill potential for lane without a Deathfire Grasp? Q, Ignite, and some auto attacks. Not very much. With Deathfire, though, you can, first of all, you get to go ult, Deathfire, Q, Ignite, and that's a lot of damage. But if you have the Spellblade passive in your masteries, you'll be able to get more damage on that as well because that will inflate your magic damage from the Deathfire Grasp, which is then put onto your auto attacks. So that's why it's so good for you. That's why I try to dive it. Most people dive a Cap or a Lickbane or something like that, and I don't like that. But I do get both those items, just later. So obviously you want to get boots at some point in this phase. You don't want to wait on boots for too long because playing without boots is just kind of stupid. You're asking for it. So on the next step, I'll finish up my boots, and you can go with whatever addition you want to your boots, but I tend to go with Home Guard because I like Home Guard, and it's also nice to rush into teams with Home Guard in your base. After that, I usually go with Death Cap, but occasionally, if I'm really getting drove on by the other team, then I'll go with a, Zonius instead. Because you need to be safe. A dead Yi doesn't do any damage, so it's better to be safe and alive than a lot of damage but still dead. So the order of Death Cap and Zonius can switch if you want. After this, you have 4 items, so if the game is still going, I go with a Void Staff and then a Lickbane. So, one thing to note is if you're not getting blues from your team, like you should be, it's okay to pick up a Sapphire Crystal for your Sheen early on. To get that extra 200 mana, because if you can't Q people because you don't have any mana, you're kind of useless. So you can stack up on mana pots, get yourself a Sapphire Crystal, and try and keep your mana high. And that's about it, all I can think of. I'm going to show a clip from Alex Eek, or 2 clips actually from Alex Eek when he played in IPL 5. He gets a quadra-kill and a pentakill, and that's where I base some of my Yi play off of because it's really, really good play. You get to watch how he sits in the back and waits for things to get low before he goes in. A Yi that dives into team fight, someone who's an aggressive player who likes to dive right in, Yi is probably not the good champion for them because they're going to dive into a team fight with no one low, and then they're going to die and wonder why they died. So it's better for people who know how to sit back and wait for people to get low before they go play janitor. Yi's playstyle is very similar to Katarina, but I like Yi more. It's just the way it goes for me. Some people like Katarina more, I like AP Yi more. So without further ado, I'm going to end the video. Enjoy the clip from Alex Seek. Thanks for watching.
It was Darian, he was so tanky that the entire team was trying to 5v1 him and couldn't take him down fast enough. And so Darian can get the team, will set them up. But Beat Playground, they're coming up, they were forcing the Baron. Darian is actually going to back them off, so they're not in the best situation here. They're both split. He's actually going to try and get to the backside.
Watch that request, barely missed that bandage shots going across by the light switch. They got the moving Chris to the side, Mumpy, and Lucas and lights out to Beat Playground. If they get caught out of position here by M5, they would be a really bad spot.
They're in. M5's going to force this fight. They came in behind him. They're forcing Beat Playground in a situation where they can't escape. They can't kite from the Imumu combo.
Gonna go forward. There's a curse to the side, Mumpy. Christian is gonna come out after the unstoppable force. There it is. Goes across all the remaining members of Beat Playground. Getting vaporized by Alec. He's triple kill, quadra kill. Are we gonna get a pentakill?
Yes, it is the
Oh no! Ezreal
got the
There isn't the rest of the team. There's the Astro coming in as well, but they're still trying to take down Darian, and it seems he's not going to get out of there.
It's not up. Damnation to
Oh my God.
Clears the gap. There's the noodle hole. Managed to get the full channel.
And now Genji's here as well.
With the Zergs are out on the edge of the fight. One more Alpha Strike. He can get another triple here. That is one.
Oh, the Master Yi has the
triple. Has the quadra. And the six. That's the kill. That's the kill.
Alex Inch with the pentakill on Master Yi, and that is the strength of their team. Once they get everyone low, M5 takes it home. They're pushing down the Nexus, and oh my God, Darian was such an incredible tank.